New at 6 tomorrow, Oklahoma Attorney General Gentner Drummond will testify before a U.S. House committee about illegal immigration and a link to crime in states like Oklahoma.
Now, Drummond's testimony will be part of the House's efforts to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. Fox 23 weekend anchor Rick Marinon looks ahead to tomorrow's testimony.
Oklahoma is not a border state, but Oklahoma's Attorney General Gentner Drummond says he's going to tell Congress that there is clear evidence that what is happening at the U.S.-Mexico border is negatively impacting life in Oklahoma. Making the case that he's doing all he can about the border within what the law requires, Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas visited the U.S.-Mexico border on Monday.
Through the end of the fiscal year, DHS removed or returned more non-citizens without a basis to remain in the United States than in any other 5-month period in the last 10 years.
The visit comes just before the House Homeland Security Committee hears testimony on Wednesday about claims Mayorkas has been standing idly by for nearly 3 years now as the border situation deteriorates.
There is nothing I take more seriously than our responsibility to uphold the law.
One of the key witnesses speaking on Capitol Hill will be Oklahoma Attorney General Gentner Drummond. Drummond will say, and has previously told Fox 23, that Mexican cartels are linked to multiple crimes in Oklahoma, and the current border policies have only made them worse.
We've identified a true coalition between the Chinese government and 2 Mexican cartels where they bring over liquid fentanyl and their personnel to Mexico, and the cartel escorts them across the border and puts them in place.
Drummond will be one of 3 witnesses to testify that the current border situation has led to an increase in human, sex, and drug trafficking, including the rise of fentanyl. He said in a statement, quote, "It is my honor and solemn duty to share with Congress how the porous border has grievously compromised the safety of Oklahomans. Criminal illegal immigrants truly pose a threat to communities all across our state." Drummond is set to testify on Capitol Hill around 9 a.m. Central Time. We plan to stream his testimony on the Fox 23 News app, and we'll send a push alert as soon as it's ready for you to view. Covering news that matters, I'm Rick Marinon on Fox 23 News.
And more details. Last month, Tulsa area Congressman Kevin Hern voiced his support for the impeachment of Mayorkas. Hern says the border and its problems have been neglected by the Biden administration, and specifically Mayorkas. The Tulsa Republican made the remarks when the House was considering a start to impeachment proceedings, but had not officially decided to do it yet.
The United States is witnessing an invasion, and instead of fighting it, Secretary Mayorkas is using any means necessary, including violating the Immigration and Nationality Act, to welcome it.
Now, Eastern Oklahoma Congressman Republican Josh Burkeen sits on the House Homeland Security Committee. We do expect to hear more of his thoughts on Mayorkas and the border crisis tomorrow during that hearing with Drummond.